Hey, what's up YouTube? It's abluegolfball here today with another Pokemon TCG online video, and today I have something really special for you guys. I have the Xerneas deck. Oh, not this one. I have this Xerneas deck for you guys. Now, you guys may have noticed I have not been online on YouTube. You know, there hasn't been any new videos in like over 2 weeks or over a week or so, and things like that. Now, if you guys follow me on Facebook, I mentioned that my father-in-law had passed away recently, and so that's the reason why I have not been online. I have not been uploading videos, and but I should be back to my regular routine. We should see videos on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, hopefully, and hopefully you guys will be enjoying these videos. Now, yes, back to the deck analysis. Today we have Xerneas, the 120 HP Fairy type Pokemon from the newest set here as of today, from the Breakthrough set. And this Pokemon here has the attack Rainbow Force and does a base damage of 10. And then it does 30 more damage for each different type of Pokemon on your bench. Now, it is a little bit costly, but the cost of the attack is not so bad, right? So 1 Fairy Energy plus a DCE can get the job done. Power Creation is actually pretty interesting as well. Hits for 80 and then does 80 more damage if this Pokemon was healed during this turn, so that's kind of neat. It does have a 2 retreat cost, is weak to metal, but has darkness resistance. So, think about Rainbow Force here, guys. Rainbow Force hits for 10 damage base. 30 more damage for each Pokemon on your bench. Now, if we have Sky Field, which we will be playing 4 copies of those, we're going to put up as many as 8. But say, for example, you have 7 different types. You're going to be hitting for 220 damage with this base right here. That's knocking out most Pokemon. And we will have Muscle Band here, just for in case if our bench gets hit, it gets you know, switched down to only 3 Pokemon with whatchamacallit, the Parallel City, or you know, another different stadium where we only got 5. Now, even if we only have 5 Pokemon on the bench, as long as they're all different, we're still hitting for what is it? You know, what is that? 160 damage, right? So 30, right? So that's already 150 for each one down there, plus the base damage 10. That's 160, plus the Muscle Band. That's 180. So we can still hit most EXs. That's why we play Muscle Band in this deck, so that we can run into those scenarios. If we do run into those scenarios, we can still get the job done. And man, this guy's huge, man. 9'10", or this Xerneas here. 474 pounds. That's ridiculous. The life Pokemon. That is a lot of life in there. Anyways, we will be playing this Xerneas here for Geomancy to kind of get things moving if we can. Now, here's the trick. We're going to play a lot of different types. This is really fun. So we have multiple attackers to cover multiple weaknesses. We're actually on a Druddigon here, a Dragon-type Pokemon. It's got the Revenge attack. For just a DCE, we can hit Revenge. I really like that. It fits very well in this deck. We're going to be playing 2 Shamans. That's our colorless for the deck. We'll have a 1-1 line of Zoroark here with Zorua. We do have Floatstone, so we can stand in and retreat, you know. And Mind Jack is great. Just a DCE, you can actually Mind Jack, hit for 10 and 30 more damage to your opponent's side of the for each opponent, Pokemon on your opponent's side of the field. So that's kind of pretty cool. Very flexible attackers so far, right? And we have a 1-1 line of Vespiquen here, a lot of grass-weak Pokemon out there, and since we play a lot of Pokemon, be Revenge if we can play this. Also, the nice thing is Vespiquen is free retreats, just, you know, just so you know. And if we got a lot of Pokemon in the discard pile, Be Revenge here with a Muscle Band and hitting for weakness. All we really need is, what is that? It's 5 Pokemon in the discard pile. That'll hit for 70 plus Muscle Band. That's 90 times 2, 180. So Be Revenge can happen. And Intelligence Gathering can help you out as well. And so again, different type weakness there. We do have the Dene here with Entrapment. That way we can get set up onto our bench, get Pokemon, bring those Pokemon out. And then the Energy Short. You never know. This could be really good against Eviltal EX or things like that. Hits for 20 damage. Times the number of damage energies on your opponent's active Pokemon. So if you're playing against an Eviltal EX that has, let's say for example, 1 Darkness and a DCE, if your Dedenne here has 1 Fairy Energy plus a Muscle Band, your Energy Short would be hitting for easily a knockout. More than a knockout, really. If your opponent, his Eviltal EX, only has 2 energies, like 2 basic Darkness energies, you'll be hitting for 20, right, times 2. So What is that? Yeah, I guess that wouldn't be enough now, would it? Because you're only hitting for 40, 80. Yeah, that would be a bit short. So as long as they have 3 energies, yeah, energy short would get the job done. Okay, so this is going to be really cool here. Jinx right now, the 70 HP Psychic Pokemon, has the ability Victory Kiss. Once during your turn before you attack, if this Pokemon is on your bench, you may heal 10 damage. And it's a Psychic type Pokemon, so it helps your Rainbow Force. But if you really need to, Power Creation. There's some synergy here, folks. Synergy with Jinx and Power Creation Xerneas. You can heal 10 damage and then boom, with the Muscle Band, hit for 80 more damage. That's 180 for 4 energies, which is not so bad, and I think that could work out pretty well. And then we do have one Seismitoad here with Quaking Punch. You never know, this can come in handy to try to slow your opponent down, shut them off from item cards. Again, it's a little bit more of a stall tactic, but hey, it still works pretty well. Okay. So, we have Battle Compressor here, just to thin out the deck, and perhaps utilize something like Revive, okay? So you can revive and bring basic Pokemon onto your bench, that's one way to do it. We have an Escape Rope here, we do have Level Ball here for all the little Pokemon, and 2 Revives again. Super Rod to get some energy, perhaps even Pokemon. We have the Switch, very flexible in this deck. We have a lot of high retreat costs in this deck. If we don't get the Full Stone and the Zoroark to stand in and retreat, this switch here comes quite in handy. We have 3 Ultra Balls and 4 VS Seekers. That's it for the item cards and whatnot. We have Hexmaniac here, since we rely on DCE if we run into scenarios where we're playing against perhaps Aegislash and we have a DCE, or if we're running into scenarios where we're playing against Pyroar and we couldn't get our Zoroark or our Vespiquen. Definitely don't want to get Vespiquen up against the Zoroark since it is grass and it's weak to fire type, but yeah, so Hexmaniac can be pretty good there. We have this, Lysander, one of these, as well as Professor Birch's Observation, and then Sycamore, Shauna, 3 of these, and 1 Skylar. Now, really quick, if I was to change a couple things, please notice this. I would definitely maybe swap out 1 Birch for perhaps Giovanni's Scheme, and maybe cut back on 1 Revive here for a Bridget. Those are my suggestions, but I'm going to go with this route here. I thought it was a little more consistent. 4 Skyfields, it could be a bit much, but then I kind of like that, having 4 of them. Full Stone, as well as 3 Muscle Bands, and then we have the DCEs and a bunch of these 8 energies here, because we do use quite a bit of energies. So that's it for the deck. Let's go ahead and see this deck in action on Pokemon TCG Online. Alright, and we'll be playing against something hyphen blanc. D-L-A-N-C. And we are going to call a coin toss, go for heads, and no, it was tails. Okay, we'll just say hello, and good luck. There we go. Let's see if we can see, what do we have here, and, ooh, not really good. We end up mulling again right away. Alright, let's take a look and see. We do start off with the Seismitoad and a Druddigon. We can play that onto bench. Nice. Now we have a Revenge available to us if my opponent does somehow knock out the Seismitoad in 1 hit. Hopefully it doesn't happen. We see a Lit Leo. We see the Eviltal right there. See if we can get that Denny out there. But all right, so she plays the Professor's Letter. We see 2 Darkness Energies and Lit Leo with an energy drop, and that's it. So right now, let's go ahead and thin out our deck a little bit. Let's go ahead and probably get rid of some of these supporters. Maybe get a VS Seeker and have that flexibility. One thing I do want to get is discard that Zura, and then we'll use the Revive here to get the Zura back into our bench, and that way we can evolve at some point. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and play this Muscle Band onto the Seismitoad, and let's go and play down our Skyfield and then also the Shauna right here. And that way we can see, oh wow, yes we did. We got the DCE, and we even have an Ultra Ball. We're going to go ahead and discard the Hexmaniac and the Professor Sycamore. Get out that Shaman right here, and just like that, we have 4 different types on our bench already, and we even get a fresh hand size of 6. Now we got 5 different types here, as well as another Xerneas. Let's go ahead and drop down that Muscle Band over here, and we'll go with the Quaking Punch, knocking out this little Lit Leo. Poor Lit Leo, hitting for that weakness. Didn't even get to see that Pyroar, and we're looking really good right here. So here comes that Eviltal EX. Again, nothing else on my opponent's bench. We just see a Darkness Energy here. She can't play any item cards, Just so you guys remember that. Sometimes I forget that too. So we get the full stone, that's nice. Now all we need is that Zoroark, and then we can stand in and retreat. Let's go for the Professor Birch's observation. I'm feeling really lucky here. Do we get heads? And wow, we do get heads. I typically don't get heads at all. So we get another muscle band. Let's go ahead and play this down onto this Xerneas. And we got a DC for the next turn. We can just go ahead and probably span the... let's see. Should we get rid of the... I want to keep a Sky Field. Could get rid of... I'm going to get rid of the Shaman. And this way... Again, you guys might be thinking, ah, man, shouldn't have gotten rid of the Shaman. But the Shaman actually becomes a liability. And I want to have as many different types as I can on my bench. The Shaman is a duplicate type, another colorless type. I don't want to have 2 colorless now. And again, the Shaman could become a liability, easy Lysander target, easy knockout. So here is that Evil Ball, hits us for 120. Now it's our turn here, and we do get a switch. That's really nice. So here is the DCE. Look at that, the top deck on the switch, and we should be able to finish this guy off right here. So let's go for that Xerneas. Rainbow Force right now, knocking out that Evital. Just like that, 240 damage. I'm getting 2 prizes right there. My opponent was not able to get any more bench Pokemon and just lost the game that way. But pretty good first match. Nice little warm-up for us. Sorry to, I don't mean to offend my opponent by saying this was a warm-up or anything, but it has been a while since I played Pokemon TCG online. So yeah, but still, yeah, I think the Xerneas deck is a lot of fun. A lot of different weapons, a lot of different things you can do, and type weakness advantages, things like that. Lots of fun, lots of flexibility. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know. What do you guys think, huh? You guys probably think let's play another match. Alright, so let's play another match here on Pokemon TCG Online. Alright, and we'll be playing against Alpha the Rebel. Okay, and we're going to call the coin toss again. I'm going to go for heads. And it is heads. Okay, so we do get to go first this time, and that way we can evolve first. But sometimes I do want to go second in case we do get the Dene or we get the Xerneas that has the Geomancy. But, I mean, that's kind of unlikely. Oh my goodness, we do get the Xerneas with the Geomancy, and we even get the Druddigon here. So let's go ahead. We will drop down a Fairy Energy. We'll probably hang on to the Full Stone. Kind of want to save that exclusively for the Zorua, if we can get the Zorua out there. And we have a Professor Birch's observation. I'm going to flip the heads, I hope, but very likely I'm going to flip tails because I always flip tails. And I do flip tails. But hey, on a nice note, we do get the Professor Sycamore to play for the next turn, and now we have 2 Pokemon. We can go ahead and do Geomancy in the next turn after that. So I will play an Energy down on the Druddigon. The Pumpkaboo will be able to hit us for Night March, perhaps. You can see right here, Night March. All my opponent needs now is the Dimension Valley. We see a Battle Compressor that's going to get a bunch of the Night Marchers, probably Lampents. Night March hitting for that 20 base damage, or 20 damage times the number of Night Marchers in a discard pile. And we could see something like 2 Battle Compressors for 6 total Night Marchers, plus Muscle Band, plus Dimension Valley. So there's those Night Marchers right there, you can see that. And that way, that's going to be a knockout on our Xerneas. That'll hit for 140 damage. And we will just have burnt an energy for no reason. That would be very devastating. My opponent only has 3 cards. Does he have what it takes? Alpha the Rebel, do you have what it takes to pull off the turn 1 prize, you know, get a knockout on turn 1? That is impressive. Now we see 2 Joltex and another Lampent here. We also see an Unknown. We see an Acrobike. Do we see, what are we going to see? Maybe Trainer's Mail or something like that? Or do we see a top deck for, you know, Dimension Valley? Here is another Unknown. So we see the Farewell Letter. My opponent here, Alpha the Rebel, has yet to play a supporter. So does he have a supporter to get him some more cards? Does he play Skyla? Here's a Trainer's Mail. Does he get the Stadium? Nope, he gets a Sycamore. Oh my goodness. We very well could see this happen, guys. We can see this happen right now. This is getting ridiculous. And oh man, here we go. Here is the Unknown. Oh man. Alright, here's the Unknown and the Sycamore. So what is that? 2 Unknowns already. I'm expecting to see perhaps, since Unknowns are in here, I would assume we're going to see like Vespiquen with Be Revenge. So another Pumpkaboo gets dropped onto the bench. We've seen another Farewell Letter. Oh my goodness, everything's going my opponent's way with the Dimension Valley. Oh, no Muscle Band and no more Battle Compressor. Hits us for 120. We survive the turn. I will play this energy down onto our Gun here to get ready for that revenge. And could go for the Skidmore or could try to take the risk. We're going to take the risk. Let's go for the Professor versus Observation and see what we can do. Alright, so there we go, and we'll flip heads. Oh, nice. That's so good to flip heads. It's always so good to flip heads. We do get a DCE. That's great. So let's go for the Geomancy here and grab a couple of these energies. Now, the Gun's ready to go for the revenge. And so we are able to energy accelerate and also have the DCEs ready for our rainbow attack thing from our Xerneas on the bench as well. Not a rainbow sphere. And here is a level ball, brings out another Pumpkaboo. So, yeah, I think one more Pumpkaboo is left in the discard. Oh, never mind, that Pumpkaboo gets discarded. So at least there's one more Pumpkaboo that can still attack. No, never mind, 2 Pumpkaboos are in the discard pile. There is a Bunnelby with Barrel, so we can still see 2 more Joltics. We get hit for 160. And here comes our Gun. Does Mr. Alpha the Rebel have a streamline of DCEs to keep up with us? That is the question. And here, do we play the Floatstone? We don't need a Floatstone. We do have a Lysander. I'm gonna play the Shauna, I think. That way, yeah, let's play the Shauna. I could have gone for a Via Seeker, but I think Shauna is very. Alright, so we do get a Muscle Band here. You know what? I'm very tempted to just discard the Muscle Band. And yeah, I want to keep the DCE. These DCEs are very valuable. You don't ever really want to discard DCE unless you absolutely have to. I'd rather prefer to keep it. You never know when your opponent could play something like Hands Hammer or anything like that. So let's counter the Stadium, make it a little bit more difficult for Alpha the Rebel to really be able to attack again. And there it is. We will hit for 90, knocking out that Pumpkaboo and taking our first prize here. Another Xerneas. So that's fine with me. That way we still have 3 different types on the bench. I'm assuming another DCE is going to hit the field, and that would knock out the Gun. There is the DCE. Do we see the Dimension Valley? There is the Dimension Valley. And our Dedenne actually could potentially knock out this Pumpkaboo, I believe, if we have a Muscle Band. With the Muscle Band, that would actually knock the Pumpkaboo, hit it for 60. And that'll be pretty funny. That'll be a really interesting way to respond. If we do get it, if we top deck a basic fairy energy, I will definitely opt to do that. I'll just go for the energy short and knock it out. But for now, I think we'll probably go with the Xerneas. We should be able to knock it out with the Rainbow attack, Rainbow Force attack here with our Xerneas here on the bench. And let's go ahead. We will drop down this energy here. We have a Floatstone available to us. We got Skyla as well. What I'm actually going to do, maybe look at this. I'll probably go with Skyla for a Sycamore. I might have to just discard this Floatstone. Or we could, yeah, I think Floatstone's got to go as well as a switch. It's a little bit of a bummer. It's a huge pain, but it is what it is. We could bring out the Jinx and maybe heal some things. Could bring out maybe the Zorua. I think I'm going to go with the Zorua. I should still have 1 more Floatstone in the deck, I think. I can't remember if I play 2 or not. Whatever. Oh, we do. We do have another Floatstone. That's fine with me. Let's go for the Sycamore for the next turn. We can get a nice fresh hand size of 7 in the next turn. Let's go for that Rainbow Force. Hitting for 150. 150 unnecessary damage. I mean, are you kidding me? That is terrific. We get another Xerneas here, but I don't need another one. I actually wouldn't mind powering up the Zoroark since those Pumpkaboos are weak to darkness. But actually, my opponent has ran out of Pumpkaboos, I believe, and all that's left is the Joltics here. We're going to get hit with a Night March from this little Joltik, but our Dedenne will be able to knock it out with just a simple energy drop from, like a fairy energy drop. Should be able to knock it out. Ooh, here is a teammate from my opponent's side of the field. Alpha the Rebel here has played teammates, and we could see anything happen. It's like a nice, kind of a, you know, like a computer search kind of thing too, you know, because we don't get to see what exactly was drawn. So here's a farewell letter. Again, Bunnelby is can be kind of troublesome. You never know. Tight games, Bunnelby can start chipping away our deck, and then we end up decking out. But we're pretty comfortable right now. We still have 29 cards, very comfortable. We get hit for 160 as expected. I'm gonna promote, probably promote the Dedenne here. and hope for the best. We do have another Xerneas. I'm gonna have to discard this Lysander here, and we have bench space. Ooh, we even have an escape rope. We got the Sky Field. This is looking great. We have Revive here as well, so we can fill up our bench now and have multiple different types. I could go for this. Do I want to do that? You know what I actually want to do? I'm going to power up the Xerneas. I'm going to play the escape rope. This is the Xerneas deck here. I think you guys might think I'm silly, but oh man. Actually, I should have played the basic energy on the Dene. Well, whatever. We'll have the Dredagon here, and we can always play the double colorless energy later. To do the revenge, and hopefully, I think that should. I don't know. I just want to do another Xerneas attack. Another Rainbow Force. That's all I want to do. It's probably it's a bit of a silly mistake because that Joltik's going to be able to respond. But again, our Dredagon is ready to go. We can go ahead and do that as well. Here is a level ball. Not that we really need a level ball, but we could get another Pokemon on the bench. We have bench space for that, and yeah, that is the question. Do we want to just play? We could probably even play Seismitoad, but we don't want to do that. My opponent's going to be down to 2 prizes, so I wouldn't want to play the Seismitoad. I think I want to play the Dredagon, but it is a bit of a risky chance. Does my opponent have the DCE? Does he have more DCEs? So that's the thing. Do we want to play Seismitoad and just do a grenade or a Quaking Punch and knock it out, or we could go a safer route, and then we're gonna go the safer route. We're gonna go with the Dredagon and try that right here. So let's see, do we have any other Pokemon? Oh, we do. We have the Combi here. It's thin out the deck a little bit. And let's take a look at this really quick. We have a DC in there, and that's looking good. We have 2 Fairy Energies. That's not so bad. All right, good. We still have our Zoroark in there too that could still attack. So here's the DCE, and let's go for that Revenge. That should knock out this Joltik. The sad part is Revenge won't be able to knock out this next Joltik, which is kind of funny. But the Dene will be able to knock out this Joltik. So here's the deal. The Joltik does have DC. We have 1, 2, 3 DCEs in the discard pile. Oh my goodness, here's a Joltik here with the DCE drop. That's going to knock out our Dredagon. Are we going to see, let's see, this is the last DCE. So those 3 DCEs, this is the last one here. Oh man, 3 DC. So as soon as we can just play the Dene here and knock this guy out. 1, 2, 3, all 4 Pumpkaboos, all 4 Lampents, and yeah, this is gonna be pretty devastating here, folks. Once we knock out this Joltik, there's really not much my opponent can do, unless he did play a Via Seeker. I actually didn't catch that. If he played for Lysander, if he played for Lysander, it'd be GG. He could take the Seismitoad and knock it out. But yeah, I think he should be able to knock it out. Another Joltik hit the discard pile, so he's hitting us for 200 damage, and that's it. We're gonna go ahead and we will promote our Dedenne here. The Dene will knock out this Joltik and finish the game. Pretty good. We actually had a pretty good prize exchange going back and forth with this Night March deck. Night March decks have been very popular and still is very popular. Still a very fast-paced, hard-hitting deck. Yeah, I mean, the Xerneas deck, we got to see Xerneas perform pretty well. Got to see a bunch of these rainbow things, and basically, I'm calling it as it is. I think it's over right now. I don't think once we bring out the Dedenne, knock out the Joltik, there's really nothing my opponent can promote. Maybe the Unknown and try to buy 2 turns to power something up, power up that Joltik on the bench, but. Yeah, I mean, perhaps he could do that. That could still happen. He's only got 6 cards left. So, that's it. So you can see the game. I figured that this would be it for the game. I mean, really, it was kind of hard to come back after this. Losing all your DCs. That was kind of your last thing. If he had the Lysander, it would have been game over for us. He could have easily just Lysandered out this Seismitoad, and then that would have been it. But no, that didn't happen. So yeah, it was good. We survived. We won the match. We got to see Xerneas. Xerneas is the MVP as expected, and yeah, Xerneas was the bomb, man. Hitting for 220 damage. It was more than the max that those Night Marches did. So let's go ahead and play another match here on Pokemon TCG Online. All right, this will be the last game for today. We're gonna be playing against Albeebo here, and Albeebo Let's go ahead and see. We got heads, and yes, we won the coin toss. So we lost the first one, we won the next two. That's good. And let's just go ahead and we'll type, say hello, good luck, and there we go. And I think we can see what we get here. Oh, we're playing against a Mega Glalie here. That's going to be kind of interesting. We do have our Xerneas here, as well as a number of different things we can pull off. We have a Muscle Band and Energy. Let's go ahead and draw another card. We get Professor Birch's Observation, which I'll probably just discard. We get a Shaman right here. Let's go ahead and play the Energy and the Muscle Band, and probably play down our hand. Yeah, I mean, why the heck not? We'll even discard these supporters here. We can just get them back with the Seeker, or just discard the Seeker. I want to play the Sycamore anyways. And let's grab the Zura. I think that looks pretty good. I could go for another Xerneas, but let's go for the Zura. I want to have that flexibility to rush in and retreat. We see a Regice out here, but we already know my opponent is playing a Mega Glalie deck. Oh my goodness, we have the Full Stone here, and we have the VS Seeker. Now I'm just gonna play the Sycamore. We do lose that escape rope, which could help us out later on in the game, but we're gonna go aggressive and just discard everything. So let's go ahead and we'll play down. Look at that. 4 different types already. All we need now is the DCE, and we can knock out this Regice. So I'm going to play really aggressive. In the next turn, ooh, we see a Fossil Researcher. That's kind of cool. For only 1. Oh, that's a bummer. Unless he plays 3, or he only runs 2 or something. I don't know. If he plays 3, then I could see 2 of them being prized. That's a big bummer there. Or maybe some of them are in his hand. Maybe 2's prized and the other one's in his hand. I don't know. So, okay. Alright. So do we want to go aggressive? Yeah, we do. I'm actually just going to discard the Skyla as well as the Hexmaniac. That's a little bit of a bummer. I could play that Energy, but I want to just go aggressive here. Get this Sycamore, discard our hand, see if we can get that DC. Dig that DC out here. 32 cards left in our deck, 7 cards off of that. Do we get the DC? Yes, yes we do. The probability was in our favor. Here's another Xerneas, here's a DCE, and I can even play Ultra Ball and get another type out here, and maybe just hang on. We have the VS Seeker, so we have that flexibility for us. And let's go ahead. Let's go and let's grab the. Got a lot of choices here. Let's go get the Combi. So we got a lot of different attackers now available to us. Very flexible right now. Let's go for that Rainbow Force. Heading for a knockout. 210 damage. Turn 2, 210 damage. Are you kidding me? That is incredible. Turn 2, 210. Oh my gosh. Alright. And here is the Auroras here evolving right now. Ice Shield. So far, Ice Shield is not in effect since there is no water energy in play on my opponent's side of the field. So here is the Skyla. And we got the Rough Seas right here. It's going to counter our Sky Field. I'm just going to go ahead and discard the Shaman, since, Shaman is a liability, 2 prizes, 110 HP, pretty easy to get knocked out, and just get rid of that out of the field. And we do have another Sky Field available to us. We have an Energy that we can play down as well. Probably play that onto our Xerneas. So, trying to go for the paralysis here. If that feels, even if it did work, we had the switch available to us. And let's go ahead and play the Sky Field again, and we're going to go aggressive. We're just going to keep going aggressive. We will lose out on this switch, but that's okay. We already lost our escape rope, and didn't really need that. So let's get rid of this switch with the Sycamore. We have the Zoroark here, so we have no need for those switches and stuff like that. We even get a Seismitoad, we get a Xerneas, and another Shaman to draw more cards. This is looking just brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Our bench is full. And oh my goodness, wow, this is impressive. What an amazing force, a Rainbow Force. Hitting for 210 damage just like that. And we are on our way. And we get a Battle Compressor as well as a Professor Birch's Observation. Now, we do have that DCE. We can play that onto our Xerneas in the middle-ish, the one with an Energy already. So that Rainbow Force is ready to go. Or we could go for Power Creation, but we don't have any damage counters on our Xerneas right now that we can heal using that Victory Kiss from our Jinx. Here's the Tierno drawing a couple more cards right here, and we can see the Stadium counter once again, so kinda, I don't know, let's get rid of the Seismitoad since that is a liability with 2 prizes. We'll just do that again. We do play Super Rod, so we can always get some of those Pokemon back into our deck, but for now, I mean, let's go ahead. We'll play the Energy down here. No need. We're not in a big hurry. And, we're getting a little tired here. Oh, sorry. My apologies. I don't know why I just yawned. Oh man, I'm getting a little tired. Alright, so here we go. We're knocking that out for 180. Just as the doctor ordered. Look at that. Even with the stadium counter, we were still able to get 180 damage with that muscle band. Hitting for 160 and then another extra 20. And he does flip heads off the Professor Birch's observation, so that's kind of nice. Here's an energy drop right there. We could end up getting paralyzed, but this is going to be it for the game. I'm just going to say GG right here. And our Zoroark can rush and retreat. And yeah, or stand in. I keep thinking Russian with the Keldeo. If you say fast enough, you're saying Russian. Nothing against Russians. My apologies. All you folks watching from Russia, shout out to you guys. Anyways, we're gonna play an energy drop out here, and let's go for the Rainbow Force, hitting for 180 damage. And yes, nice deck indeed. I do like this deck. This deck is a ton of fun. And man, we have just so much power on the bench. So many attackers. We have Judagun. We had the Bee Revenge, Vespiquen. We had Zoroark and Xerneas, the MVP. Look at that, just blew out my opponent. Just no MVPs on my opponent's side, and man, this is just a ridiculous, powerful win. Yeah, I mean, I think we got pretty lucky on draws, but then still, it kind of shows the, this pretty solid consistency, being able to get out the Pokemon you need, and always having a variety of different types on your bench. It's so good to get that, and so nice to get that going. So, yeah, well, this is it for the deck. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you guys for being part of this channel, being part of this epic journey. Thank you for all of you who are subscribers. If you guys have not subscribed yet, hit the subscribe link below this video. Thanks so much for being a part of this channel. So again, my apologies for being gone for so long. Definitely had to take some time away, especially with loss in the family. But yeah, I'll be here for the rest of the week. So you guys, that'll be it for the video. You guys take care. Have a wonderful day. I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.